Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the latest chapter of Ars Magica, taken from the subreddit HFY. All the relevant links are down below, and please like, comment, and subscribe like any good minion of the algorithm would do. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Chapter 82. Ooh, I moaned as I laid out upon the sand. The belly flop did not do me any favors. While I only lost about 20 health, the pain was enough to knock me out for about a few seconds before the water began filling my lungs. It was only enough sheer amount of effort that I had even made it to the nearby beach that I had managed to witness as I was falling down into the sea. As I brought my head up slowly, making sure not to pain my back and scratch it against the somewhat wet and definitely sandy clothes, my eyes took in the surroundings. Yep, it was an island. A deserted island. I mean, the inland pond, no. Lake is a nice addition, but not much else is here. There's nothing, now I feel stupid. There's a shack. The exit for the floor must be in there. Good God, it hurts to move. Okay, just one swift motion. No, okay, well, you're fine. Just take it slow. And you're already talking to yourself. Great, I muttered before bidding myself silent. However, as I managed to get my legs to steady underneath me walking, and the pain beginning to slowly leave me, the new vantage point gave me something rather important to notice about the shack. It did not have a door, nor did it have anything within it except sand and a little mat of leaves. At the lack of an exit upon the island, I could only come to one conclusion. Definitely not a rest floor, I stated. It was the only option, of course. What kind of rest floor would allow someone to be injured inside of it? Plus, the lack of an easy exit and the others around could only point towards this being a boss room. Although, that still left the question of what the boss actually was. I sighed as I leaned over in the wooden shack, its logs barely sticking together to shelter its inside from its elements. Of course, the lack of door wasn't helpful, but I feel for a place that might not have an actual water cycle, the only kind of shelter you'd need would be from the sun and creatures that might come from the deep. However, it's no good to dwell upon that when nothing has happened yet. I laid myself upon the mat and centered myself. I might as well try to get as clear of a mind as I possibly can. I was tempted to close my eyes, but I feel with how tired my body was from the painful swimming, I might just end up falling asleep. My meditation centers myself and helps me focus upon the world around me. This is, it isn't acting up strange. Good, but certainly strange. My eyes roam about, checking the inside of the shack, only finding scratches and worn-out bark. However, my eyes catch something rather important as I check the mat upon the floor. Footprints that aren't my own. So, where did you all go, I think to myself as I get up. The footprints, because I can now see that there was a lot of them here, almost walking over each other. For some reason, I'm able to tell the differences between them. I mean, they're all different sizes and shapes, so I can tell which one belongs to who. However, there's quite a bit of back and forth going on here before they head behind the shack. Wait, they didn't, did they? I questioned the air as I noticed all the footprints heading out into the ocean. For a second, I believed that they might have had a boat, but there's no deep furrow through the ground towards the ocean. It's almost like they just started swimming out there. The real question here, though, presents itself to my mind. How am I supposed to, Oh, hello there. My musing stopped as I bore witness to the water near the tide bubbling dangerously, before something managed to snake upwards out of it. Of course, it's a water golem. There's been 2 elemental types so far, and now here's another. Why not? And it's, vaguely Cthulhu-esque. That's certainly something. Crap. Throwing water spears at me. This must be a minion of the boss or something, but it's not doing much in the way of damage. It can't get past my... Oh, crap. It started aiming at my neck. I mean, that's certainly bad, considering I've never tested whether or not my regeneration works with my head off of my neck or not. But I do not want to test that right now. I push myself to dodge out of the way of the next strike, but a sudden tentacle whips out of the ocean to restrict my movement. My foot gets caught as I trip into the sand. I can feel numerous spears penetrating my back and my flesh. Great. Pain in front fades only to have the pain in the back happen. Just great. Okay, no more Mr. Nice. Wait. This might not work. Crap. Well, only one way to know now. I envelop my hands in their signature decay as I reach out to grasp the water, and it just passes through it. That's, not helpful. Guess my chemistry knowledge came back to bite me in the ass. I figured that maybe decay was just a general statement, but it's the literal process of decay, and water just can't do that. Crap. Just lost literally half of my options here. Okay, well, what can I, Oh, hello there. What's this? It's a golem without a core, so this is a floor elemental based. What does the change about this wait? Elementals are only elementals of their element because they're made from that element. At least I think. Not really well versed in mythology, but the books I've read have said much the same. I don't have to decay the water, I just have to make it not be water. If I'm right in thinking, the differing energies will cause it to simply fall away. So with a new plan and a steady heart, I leap off my fallen arse towards the nearest tentacle. Barely I can see anything wash over the elemental's body, but I'd rather it not be a prelude of a torrential attack against me. Several tentacles grasp my arms and legs, holding me still and keeping me away from approaching the body of water. But the tentacles are enough. I slowly raise my arms out of the tentacles like grasp, gently spreading the life of my body. However, instead of just trying to infuse it into the water, I spread the aura around it, trying to promote growth within the water. For a moment, I don't believe it's working. However, the water slowly turning green has made my efforts actually feel worth it. Algae, moss, plankton, and all sorts of microscopic life should be spreading throughout the elemental. Once I can see film form over the tentacles surrounding me, I think it's time to switch over, because now that there is something for me to affect with my decay, this should work. And just like a flip of a switch, I have my aura go from life to decay, and something finally happens. The plants inside of it die, and so too does the connection to the water. The tentacles wrapping around me begin to develop into grey sludge, a concoction of decaying plants and moss mixing with the water, creating a creeping death upon the elemental. The tentacles fall away, leaving me to lay upon the sand quite haphazardly. As I see the chain reaction begin to unfold, the sludge spreads throughout it, the parts connected to it corrupting with decay, falling off of it. Before all that's left is a staring head and its still shifting body, before it too falls away. However, this victory does not feel like a good one. Near the end, I could have sworn words were appearing upon its chest, and I only saw two ever form into words. The sea. I don't know what it was trying to communicate, but it was different from the previous golems somehow. It never acted with savagery like the metal golems, nor did it act in pure hatred like the air golems. It was almost like it was, meditating on how calm it was. It didn't even react towards its own death. Maybe that was because it's an elemental. I don't know. I could know. The timer hasn't lifted yet. With the danger of the elemental dealt with, I stare out towards the ocean, pondering how exactly I can find the rest of the group. If they swam a bit of ways, could I develop a skill for it? I might not be able to catch up to them, plus more elementals could be pestering them while I'm just standing here on the beach. However, maybe I could just walk along the bottom of the sea. I may not be able to control air or water, but that doesn't mean I can't just encircle the air around my head, right? If I can't, well, I suppose I'm just stuck on the island waiting for any sign of them to arrive. And I can't stand the thought of just sitting here on the sidelines. I have to make this count. Maybe if I infused life in the bubble around me, I could get oxygen-producing plants to replenish my air. Worth a try. My feet stand upon the edge of the beach, the tide lapping at my toes. Briefly, I think back to the day. Just as quickly as it came, though, I shove it back into the depths of my mind. So, with a renewed vigor, I walk forward, deeper into the water, and follow the trail left behind by the others. Let's hope the water things aren't exactly doing numbers on them, I prayed, as I went into the sea, my form vanishing into its depths. End of chapter. I would quickly like to thank the Tier 5 members, Marky, Cam Maxwell, Caspar Arnolds, Oakfield, Lord Azrakul, and it's difficult to pronounce. Thank you very much.